Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a little recap on a video I made at the beginning of this year. I was a video that I titled Books I Want to Read in 2024, and I thought it would be a really fun video to film me reacting to that video and basically see exactly how many books I read that I had originally planned out at the beginning of the year and see what books I didn't end up reading. I'm pretty sure there's like a couple of booktubers that always do this kind of video, especially like at the end of the year to kind of like recap and look back. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to actually watch the video as opposed to just reading off the list that I made. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in the little screen recording right here, and I'm going to be watching it in real time with you guys and reacting to it. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about some of the books that I want to read in 2024, or at least that I would really like to get to in 2024. I know majority of people who make these types of videos tend to post them at the beginning of the year, so I am a bit late, but I still wanted to make this video mostly because I wanted to make a record and kind of hold myself accountable and be able to... Wait, when did I post this? 9 months ago. Oh, February. It wasn't that late. Watch this back at the end of 2024 and see exactly how many books on this list I was able to get through. Majority of the books on this list are going to be some of the physical books that I own, because I would really like to get through most of the books I currently own, because I have a lot of backlisted books that I have yet to get to, and I would just really like to read those before I buy any new ones and see which ones I actually like and if I actually want to keep the ones that I bought. Spoiler alert, I still do have a lot of backlisted books I have to read. I'm going to start off first with the classics that I want to read. I have 5 classics I believe, that I would really like to get to. I don't think I read any. Some of these I have been wanting to read for a while now. Which ones did I? And some of them are a bit new to me, or I just recently heard people talk about them. So I really wanted to give them a shot. And the way I don't even remember what the heck I said. I remember Count of Monte Cristo, I think. And I did start it, but I haven't continued it. First one that I want to read is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This one I know is like a cult classic, and I have read Emily Bronte's sister Charlotte Bronte's book Jane Eyre, and I really enjoyed that. So I really want to see if I'm going to enjoy her sister's book, Wuthering Heights. And I know this is supposed to be like a really... I literally posted a video not so long ago about like the end of the year book tag, which I'll link it up above, in case you haven't seen it. But literally reference this one as well. What day is it in December? It's like almost mid-December. No, it is like mid-December at this point. Realistically, am I gonna get to it? Probably not. Probably not. Gothic. 2 other books that I want to read are by Jane Austen. And I've pretty much read all of Jane Austen's... Pretty sure, yeah. I think, hold on. Books. These are like the last 2 that I need to read that she's published. So the last 2 are Persuasion and Emma. And haven't gotten to them either. So we're off to a great start. I started off with the classics. I don't think I read a single classic this year. Technically I started Wuthering Heights too, so I started 2, but I just didn't finish them. I'm just, not in the right headspace for classics right now. So yeah. So that's the other one. Let's skip to... What's the next
what did I say? I said 5 classics,
So
no?
the next book I really want to read is Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux.
Oh, you know what I did? What I didn't do is read the classic. What I did do is rewatch the movie with Gerard Butler. I rewatched that during like spooky season, I think. Love it. I love it. It's like my favorite musical, probably. It's just so good. Oh, I love it so much. It's everything I love. Literally everything I love in just one. Which is why I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the book. I just gotta get to it. But anyway, didn't get to. I don't think I'm telling you. I didn't read a single classic. So just skip this, girl.
So
There's Monte Cristo.
I'm reading this because first of all, I heard Bella from Throne of Pages rave about this. She really loved this. And I know a lot of people say that this is a really great like revenge story. And two other booktubers, Emma and Carolyn, are
Yeah, I remember. So they hosted the Book of Tomes reading challenge this year, and this was like the first book. And I was basically planning on reading it for that, so I think it was set for January and February. That's when we were supposed to like read it. Again, I started it and I'm loving it. I think this is going to be a favorite for sure, because just the writing style itself is just so beautiful, and the pacing of it too is like, it's not too slow, it's not too fast, it's like very gripping. It feels like I'm watching a movie, honestly. And I feel like there's going to be so many like twists and turns and like so much drama and stuff, so I'm really excited because I feel like you don't, well, I guess you do see that with classics, but I feel like sometimes it's really hard to vibe with it, so I am really excited to see what's in store with Monte Cristo. And I've been avoiding like anything and everything about it because I want to go in as blind as possible.
Seeing their book club called the Game of Tomes, and
let's keep this one.
It is one of them being The Last House on R, but I am really loving it. So hopefully this becomes a new favorite classic.
Oh my god, my hair was so long.
To talk about are more like spooky kind of.
Not me, like, dude, when did I cut my hair? My hair, I mean, it's starting to grow again, but my hair was so long back then. I think I cut my hair in like spring. I cut it like up to like here, basically, and it was like up to my belly button at the beginning of the year.
Books.
That's crazy.
One of them being The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina.
Oh, Last House on, no.
I've heard people say that this is very atmospheric and it's very weird and it makes you think a lot, which I love books.
Didn't read that. I didn't read it. I totally forgot I put it on here, actually. I still want to read it. I own it, so.
Book is a kind of retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's
Oh, The Raven's Tale.
And it's called The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters.
Also didn't read it. I was planning on it during the spooky season, and I got distracted by Binding 13 instead on Kindle Unlimited, and I read that instead. I didn't really read any spooky books. I didn't finish any. I don't think I started some, but I didn't finish them. So yeah, nope. Did not read this. Wow, we are 0. Did I finish a single one on my list? This is depressing. Heartless. Oh my god,
Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. And
I've been dying to read this too because I've heard so many good things about it. I need to just hop on these books, man. Especially like this one, because this one's old. This one is really old at this point. It came out in what, 2015 or something? Something like that. I don't even know where it is. Where is this book? Where did I put this book? Well, now I lost the book. Where is it? Where is... Wow, I literally don't see it. Oh, I see it. It's over there. It's too low. I don't want to grab it. But yeah, this one's really... I'm low-key kind of scared to read this though, because I feel like the ending's gonna hurt me. If I remember correctly, I think I kind of know how it's gonna end, or like what happens. And I think it's gonna break me. And I'm kind of intimidated by that, because I can't really handle that right now. I can't handle heartbreak right now. So yeah, I'm scared for this one. I think that's why I've been kind of putting it off too. But I will get to it eventually, because I am very intrigued by it. And it's old, and I need to just... Oh, and I read the other series that they have, the Lunar Chronicles. Those were really good. Those were really fun. I really liked it. So if the writing's anything like those, I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay, what's next?
That I have is Death is My
Oh, I haven't finished it.
um,
I'm acting like I finished it. I haven't finished it, but I have started it, and I think I'm like halfway through it. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Nope, I am not halfway through it. I am a fourth of the way through it. But I am loving this. Technically, I have read this before. Also talked about this in my end of the year book tag. I have read this before in the past. Read it on Wattpad when it was first being published or uploaded. And I love it. It's like it was like my absolute favorite story on Wattpad. So I already know the story. I already know what happens. I'm basically just reading it because it's been traditionally published now and it's been edited. So I want to see, what's been changed, or like what's been, I guess, like fixed, quote unquote fixed. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the first draft, to be honest, but again, I'm very biased because it was one of my favorites. But yeah, but I definitely will be finishing that. And I know there's the sequels out already, and the author is working on the third one, so that one's hopefully gonna come out next year. But yeah, but this one is, we're making progress, so at least some progress is being made with this list. I really hope I read a freaking book from this list.
Series, and it's written by one of my favorite authors, is House of Roots and Ruin by Aaron A. Craig.
I haven't read this either. What can I say? I'm just a girl with a lot of dreams and hopes and a lot of laziness. You know what else I have here? I also bought their other book, The 13th Child. I don't know if this is going to be a series. Does anyone know if this is a series? I actually don't remember if it is. But I am super excited to get into this. Because look at it. Does this not give you like Phantom of the Opera too? Like this, like the candles, the skull, the flowers. Not me yawning, sorry. Like, this looks delicious. This looks right up my alley. And I love the writing too. You know what I want to do before I read House of Roots and Ruin? I would like to reread House of Salt and Sorrows. To essentially, you know, like remind myself of what happens, the characters. So I pretty much remember like all of the key points that happened in that book, so I don't think it's necessary for me to reread it, but I would like to, just to, you know, get back in that vibe. But I don't know, I feel like if I just keep putting it off, I'm just never gonna get to House of Roots and Ruins, so I'm probably just gonna hop in and just hope that I'm not too confused or anything. Because I know this follows like different characters, but it is in the same world as House of Salt and Sorrow. But yeah, but I'm probably just gonna end up doing that. I'm just gonna hop into House of Roots and Ruin and just hope that I remember enough to keep up.
I've been sleeping on is
What am I
Fourth
sleeping on?
Wing
Oh,
by
Fourth Wing.
Yarrows. I am going to try to get on.
I didn't read that. I haven't read it. This is another one that I need to just hop in and see if I'm gonna like it. I don't know. I have a feeling that I might not. Only because it's a YA. And I have very mixed feelings about YA now. I feel like it's starting to be a little hit or miss with me. So that's like another reason why I've been putting it off. I've just been putting everything off. But yeah, but that's another one.
And then
What
another
else?
book that I've also been sleeping on
Oh no.
is Bunny by
Bunny.
It's very divided.
Bunny. Bunny. Why, Bunny? Why? I haven't. And I started this too. I read like the first chapter. I haven't continued. I did like the first chapter. I like almost immediately started annotating actually when I started it. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But yeah, but that's another one that I've been putting off again. I'm just like freaking smack myself, dude. At this point, like, just grab a book, read it for an hour, and see if you like it or not. Alright, what's next? Oh, see, I even saw my annotations right there.
Another book which I don't own, but is also by the same author, Mona Wad, is Rouge.
Oh, Rouge? No.
Kind of want to read Bunny first before I read Rouge. Just because I believe this is the author's. Actually, I don't know if this is the author's first book, but no, I know this one came out before Rouge, so I want to see first how I feel about this. Because
I still want to finish, or I want to read Bunny first before I start Rouge. Yes. Only because Bunny is like the first one. So, like, it feels right to, you know, to start with Bunny and then Rouge. I'm still gonna do that. When? I don't know. Don't ask me.
And then two other books that have very similar covers and that confuse me every time I look at them.
I know.
Is A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers and Woman Eating by Claire Coda. Tell me these books don't look almost exactly the same.
You'll never guess what. I haven't read these either. I started A Certain Hunger. Where is it? Somewhere here. No, over there. Where is it? Oh, it's right here, I think. I literally started reading this. What page am I on? I think I referenced this in my other 22. I'm on page 22. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 2. The second page of chapter 2. Also loving it. I started annotating it. I have a bookmark in here. I'm highlighting it. I like it. See, I'm annotating proof that I'm reading it. I started during spooky season, and again, Binding 13. It just has a chokehold on me right now. And I'm currently reading the sequel to Binding 13, Keeping 13. And yeah, so that's why I haven't gotten back to this one or Death Is My BFF, because right now I'm on a chokehold with Binding 13. But yeah, these are another ones. Woman Eating. So I'm still planning on reading all of these, or at least giving them a shot. I should just make a video reading the books that I didn't read in 2024. Or at least do like like a chapter, try a chapter, read for an hour or something. I think that'd be, I can get content out of it, and I can actually make a dent into the books that I'm reading. So I think that'd be
a
good.
lot of people's like new favorite books. So
New favorite book.
there's just so many books we gotta get on the hype train for, you know?
I agree.
Another book that I want to read is Babel by
Oh.
R.F. Kuang. R.F. Kuang also has the Poppy War series, which is a
Poppy War
series that
series.
I would really like to get into.
I would really like to get into that series. I think, is that considered YA? Actually, no, it's not. Is it? It's, I know it's mature. I know, or not mature, but like it has mature content, like, because it focuses on like war, you know? I would like to read that too. I don't necessarily want to read that first before Babel. But yeah, that's another, add that to the series that I want to read. Because, oof, that's a whole nother thing. Series, I think I made a video about that too. Series, I did not read or start a single series. Oh, besides Death Is My BFF.
Also,
We're not even gonna go there.
Involves heavy topics and Ballad of Songbirds and
Oh,
Snakes.
Ballad of
The
Songbirds
fact
is
that we
like
are
that.
having like a resurgence of the Hunger Games recently is one very telling of the time.
Yep. Nope. I want to read that before I watch the movie also. I'm very interested in watching the movie. But I do want to read it first, just because I think I mentioned it in this video. I read The Hunger Games when I was in middle school. Basically, like around the same time that the movies were coming out. So I read the books and then I went and I watched the movies and I loved it. I loved that experience of already like knowing what was gonna happen, but then actually being able to see it all like come to life was just, that was an experience. And then in the theaters too. Ugh. So I would love to read it first and then watch the movie.
So I know they have Thornhedge.
The
House
oh,
with Good Bones.
oh, okay, okay. Huzzah! Okay, I read those two. I read Thornhedge and I read A House with Good Bones. I listened to them on audiobook. I didn't really like them though. I think I gave A House with Good Bones like 2.5 stars or something. And I think I gave Thornhedge like a 3. These are not my favorite Tea Kingfishers. My favorite Tea Kingfisher is Swordheart, followed closely by Nettle and Bone. Those two are my top two. And I still want to give them a chance. I really want to read what's that one? Paladin's Grace or something like that, which is also like more medieval. It's more in line with Swordheart. And I really want to give that one a shot. So I think, because I know they have a new one that came out. It's like When the Sorceress Calls or something like that. I don't think I want to read that. I think I want to go back to Paladin's Grace because that's more in the realm of what I like from them. And I think it's official, after reading A House with Good Bones, I think it's official that I'm just not really into their horror books, because I tried reading, what was it, Hollow Places or something like that. I tried reading that one and I DNF'd it like last year or 2 years ago at this point. And House with Good Bones, I just didn't really vibe with it. So I think I'm going to steer away from their horror and focus more on their like historical fantasy, because those are the ones that I've been enjoying the most. But I did read them, so that's nice.
Last year.
Finally.
I liked it, but it was late. I actually read
Oh,
that.
e.
Mislaid Parts in Half. No, Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Sean
I read that.
McGuire, which is the continuation in the Wayward children's series. I actually read that this month. Finished that earlier, and I really liked it. Not one of my.
I read that. I don't know when the next one's coming out, or if it's out already. I think it might be out already. I think I do want to continue it. I think it'd just be fun because they're short, so they're really quick. I typically always listen to them on audiobook, just because I love the full cast of characters. So I think I'm going to, if I do get to it, I'll probably listen to it on audiobook. So three books read out of the freaking, I don't know how many
Favorites, but I am
we went through.
interested to see.
Sign of
I know it's
Affection!
already published in English, but I need
Yes.
to read that now.
Yes,
I
the
currently
7th
have
one.
it on hold at the library, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait until it's my turn.
Yes. I read, they're right here. I read the 7th volume and I read the 8th volume. And technically I read the 9th, the 10th, and I think the 11th volume. I read those ones online. And you know what? They actually started coming out with the omnibus, I think that's what it's called, the omnibus versions of them, which is basically like 3 volumes in one book. And I think I want to start collecting those instead of the individuals, just because I feel like it's better. I think it's gonna not take up as much space, and it's probably gonna be cheaper too, I think, because I think it's like what, $20 or something, and like each one of these is like 12. So yeah, I think that's cheaper. That's a cheaper option, and then also it's like, you know, you can just like keep on reading basically. So I think for like, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12. So I'm just gonna wait. Honestly, I'm just gonna wait until they start coming out. And if anything, I could just like get them from the library and read them there, and then buy the physical copies when they come out. But yeah, but I'm absolutely loving it. Favorite manga. 10 out of 10 recommend. I've talked about it a lot in these videos. Highly recommend the anime. If you don't want to read the manga, just watch the anime. I'm still hoping and praying for a season 2 because it's just so beautiful, and it's just, I love these characters. I don't know if we're gonna get it. Go watch the anime so that, you know, they can see that people actually want to see it more. I think that helps a lot.
Until the season is, or
But yeah, talking about the season. Okay, is that it? Or is there more? I don't know.
in that series, the two main couples, Yuki and Itsumi.
I'm just raving about Sign of Affection, I'm telling you.
So good. It's just so good.
It's good. Okay, what's next?
And then I also really want to read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairy Tales? Encyclopedia of Fairies, or something like that. I don't remember the title, but I know a lot of people have been really loving that one too, and I really...
No. Didn't get to it. I still want to read it. Didn't get to it.
halfway done or completely done before I read it.
So I read
hopefully I
4?
can get to it this year as well, and
Is that it?
hopefully I enjoy that too. So those are pretty much majority of the books that I really want to get to this year. I know as we continue throughout the year, there's going to be more releases, and there's probably going to be a lot more books that I'm interested in reading. But as of right now, these are like the main ones that I really want to get to, and I really just want to dwindle down my physical TBR as much as I can, hopefully. So,
Oh, there you go. I mean, the plans are still in place. I just need the motivation to do that. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer. Watching me suffer at the lack of motivation and me not being able to stick to my TBR plans. See, this is like mood reader problem 101, or number one problem. Yeah, I can never stick to a TBR no matter how hard I try, and I just can't stick to it. I can't. It's like, I wish I was one of those girlies. I wish I was like Miss Olivia and Miss Riley Marie, and who else is like this? I don't know who else is like that. Oh, Katie. I think Katie Colson's also like this too. They can stick to TBRs. I can't do that, man. I can't. You tell me to read something, I'm not gonna do it. Even if that someone is myself, okay? So, yeah. And like, look at me. I'm jumping from book to book. I start a book and then I start another one. So, I don't know. I'm still gonna be making these videos though because they're so fun. And this was actually really fun, even though it was kind of embarrassing to see that I literally only read like 4 from the list. And I also low-key forgot a lot of these books were on this list to begin with. But yeah, but saying that, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Stay tuned for more end of the year kind of recap content. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!